Today we're going to talk about furniture. Quick question for everyone. Have you ever seen random furniture left on street in New York?
Yes!
Yes, because I do too. And as someone who is new in the city, I found it interesting. There seems to be a unique culture here where people will leave their furniture outside and that's someone else to pick it up. But soon I realized that not all furniture gets taken. Outside of the SVA building, I often saw beautiful, perfectly usable furniture sitting in piles with trash, but no one took them. And eventually, a garbage truck came and took them away, just like any other waste. So I started picking some of them and bring them back to DSI, but quickly I realized that I couldn't bring all of them back. And I couldn't do this alone, so I started to do research to look deeply into the issue. And I found out that, according to the EPA, Americans throw away over 12 million tons of furniture every year. And about 20% of it goes to combustions with energy recovery. And furniture is rarely recyclable, so only 0.33% is actually recycled, which means the remainder of 80% ends up in landfill. So now, every time I see a chair or a desk on the street, I couldn't help to imagine their short and sad life story being protected, purchased, and used maybe for a year or two, and then off to the landfill to join their other 12 million tons of friends. And it makes me start thinking, how can we help furniture avoid this journey to the landfill? To find out that, I start talking to people, asking how they deal with their unwanted furniture. With interviews, volunteering, and questionnaire, I found out that people usually get rid of their furniture not because it's broken, but because they're moving. And from my survey, the average lifespan of furniture for students is less than 3 years. I also found out that different communities have different ways and strategy to sell furniture. They even sell it on different platforms. And the word I heard most was chaotic. And yes, moving is chaotic. I don't think anyone has ever saw someone move elegantly. So when people are exhausted, under pressure, and out of time, making a plan for your unwanted furniture is the last thing on your mind. So leaving it on curb seems to be the most logical default solution. And it's also the official way of discarding the furniture. So this reframed the questions for me. How might we reduce furniture waste by helping people make responsible decisions when they're moving? And to answer that, I decided to narrow down my focus and work with the more defined, high turnover communities. International students living near Grove Street in Jersey City. It's a community with frequent movers, mostly students, who stay connected through group chats and social media. It's a perfect group to work with, and most importantly, I'm part of it. And it was that I met Si-Chen, an artist and also a secondhand furniture advocate in Red Note, who shares the visions with me, and we start collaborating together. To explore what kind of support movers need and what a more caring exchange process might look like, we host 2 co-creation workshops, one online, one in person. In these sessions, participants open up conversations about moving, like what kind of help do they wish they had, and what is their ideal process. What is stopping them from donating but discarding? We created a place where furniture decisions are shared, from individual burdens into collective learning. And from those conversations, we identified 2 key things that movers needed the most: time and trust. Time because they're under time pressure, and every extra task feels overwhelming for them. That's why we'll be focused on creating low-barrier, lightweight tools that won't add any more stress for the moving. And during moving, people are overwhelmed, uncertain, and often feel alone in their decisions. So in those conditions, it's not enough to just give people access or information. What they really need is confidence. Confidence that what they're doing makes sense, and others are doing it too. And trust can turn access into actions and turning individual behavior into collective culture. So we focus on building trust in design, and so that making the responsible decision will feel easier, safer, and supported by other people around him. So my name is Avery, and I'm introducing Never Stop Moving. A systemic toolkit and support structure for time-sensitive furniture waste. We see furniture waste not as an individual cause, but as a symptom of the system that fails to support people during life transitions. Rather than solving the entire issues, the system focuses on a time-sensitive gap, the last-minute moment when movers must make disposal decisions. Our structure is divided into 3 parts. Each of it supports movers at a different stage of their moving journey. The first one is donation map. A map of donation location uploaded by community members builds a sense of community habits and trust. It encourages residents, even those who aren't moving, to practice giving and build donation habits over time. Next, when people are starting to prepare to move for about a month before moving, there comes last-minute moving plan. It is a plan co-created with 12 community members providing guidance and tips for selling and giving away furniture, with weekly countdowns and to ease the pressure. And finally, before 2 days before moving, if there's still something left that couldn't be rehomed or sold, here's Rehome Tag, a physical tag for items left on curb, where movers can share item details and conditions and build trust even on curb, making abandoned furniture feel trustworthy and worth picking up. And these photos are from community members testing the tag right before their move. Together, these tools forms a timeline to support that meets people when they are moving. And these tools are not final answer. They're a proposal for community-driven actions, a way to start rethinking how we deal with furniture at the edge of transition. And after testing the tools with 6 community members, they give me some great suggestions and hope to see everything combined into a digital exchange platform, and for everyone to add it, of course. From the process, I learned that addressing issues isn't just about creating the perfect solution. It's about designing in a way that community can own, adapt, and grow together. And we will keep building this together. For the future looking, Never Stop Moving is our vision of what missing inside, in between resale and sharing platforms and curbside, a space of uncertain and urgency. And to catch things where things don't sell when time runs out. To build a more humane, a more community-powered transition system, and hopefully we can grow this with more partners and build a system where care, reuse, and responsibility are made easier together. For our next step, we are evaluate and iterate on the tools, expand to a second communities, develop templates, guidelines, and facilitation tools that make this work can grow into different neighborhoods, culture, and cities, moving from I help you rehome to community help each other rehome. And Stephen von Hughes once told me that most furniture ends up in landfill. The lucky few might make it into museums. If landfill is inevitable for most furniture, then what we can do is keep them never stop moving. Thank you, and thank you for everyone who has supported me along the way.